Consider this your annual reminder to get your skin checked. Nicole has more from Trillium Creek.
When it comes to our health, skin cancer screenings are one of those things that we know we should be taking care of on a regular basis, and yet it seems to fall to the bottom of our priority list. Today we are here at Trillium Creek Dermatology. Joining me is physician assistant Jenna Boyne. So good to see you.
Good to see you.
We are talking about why these skin cancer screenings are so important. And before we get into that though, I want to ask you, why do you think people are reluctant to set up these appointments in the first place?
Yeah, I do hear a few things like, oh, I don't go out in the sun as much anymore. I wasn't outside a lot, in the past or very rarely. And people tend to think that that sun damage doesn't follow them or accumulate, which it does. So even simple outdoor, walking to your car, driving, that does accumulate over time. So even if that was in the past or you don't think it's very frequent, that can have effect on your skin long term.
When people do end up setting up these preventative skin cancer screenings, what does that process look like? And are you able to kind of see things that maybe we don't see in our day-to-day lives?
Yes, definitely. I think more frequently than not, people come in with a spot they're concerned about, and it's actually fine. And then I'll find something like in the scalp that is concerning. So some people have, a spot on their back that they can't see, they need to come in for. They might not have realized it's there, but we see that. So some of the things you don't notice are what's actually concerning.
Right. How often do you think or recommend people be screened, especially if they maybe have a family history?
Yeah, definitely. I would say the average individual should come in every year. I think it's good to keep an eye on lesions. Sometimes we'll take pictures or measurements and keep an eye on those. For people who are at higher risk, so they have family history of melanoma or lots of outdoor exposure, even like firemen who are exposed to radiation or inhaling things on a daily basis, those are people that we'd like to see probably every 3 to 6 months.
Setting up an appointment like this, even if you end up with a clean bill of health, which is hopefully going to be the case, I would think that it provides such peace of mind. But outside of those appointments, what should people be doing to minimize their risk of skin cancer?
Yes, so definitely daily SPF, at least a 30 or higher. I would prefer like a 40 on the face. People don't really realize that when we're driving, you're getting daily exposure that way. I would say being very good, SPF hoodies, protecting your hands when you're driving, SPF everywhere. That's the best thing.
It's funny you mentioned the hands when the driving. I just recently started putting lotion on the tops of my hands because actually, in speaking with one of the providers here at Trillium Creek, she mentioned that is something we don't often think about. Yes. So you want to provide that barrier, and you said SPF 30
at least a 30.
At least,
yeah.
Now, for the people that are saying, well, I like a little bit of a suntan, how do you get around that?
Yeah, that's another common misconception I hear.
You feel like you look better, you feel healthier, but it's actually the opposite.
Right, so any kind of tan is sun damage. So even if you think it looks good, it is sun damage. That might turn into a nice tan right now, but you might pay for it 10, 15 years down the road. It is radiation.
Now, this is even something that I'm talking with my boys about. They're 9, 14, and 16, and I'm trying to remind them how important, sunblock is, or wearing hats or the SPF shirts. Is there a way to kind of get your family to buy into just how important this really is? Do you have any really good recommendations? Yes. It's really hard because they can be so stubborn,
I do think even some of the trends online are heading that way, which is nice. I see a lot of young people come in, they already know that they should be wearing SPF. So really just making it a ritual every morning. This should be in your routine. Sometimes I'll recommend the tinted because it gives you like a nice matte
little bit
finish.
Of that glow too, right? Well, Jenna, I want to thank you so much. And obviously you can set up your appointment today. There are 5 different locations, tcohio.com for more information. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.